Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer. First off, I did a bunch of filters. The background noise should be gone. I'm experimenting with the keyboard, so the keyboard might come over. I'm moving it now. I don't hear anything, but if I click loudly, you may hear a little bit. Let me know, and we'll go from there. I think I can hear a little bit of that. Not much, though. Yeah, okay. I think it's okay, but let me know what you think. I could turn um, the noise gate up a little bit, but I don't want to have to scream to get it to open. So we'll see how this goes. I think it's an improvement. Um, no car noise, no TV noise, no house noises. But anyway, let's go to where I'm at. So, um, I'm not filming everything I'm doing here because I expect this to be kind of a long series. So I'm going to do, at the beginning of the video, is a quick update on what I've done. And basically I've got water set up. Here, this tank came with me, but I topped it off. And we are currently at about 82 liters. 80 there. Yeah, 80. I don't know why it says different in here, but it is connected. Somewhere around 80 liters, which is pretty good. I've melted quite a bit of ice in there. Got my atmospherics set up, and I am currently, yeah, I can hear the clicking a little bit, so I may have to adjust that before the next video. I do have my atmospherics set up. I got a full tank of oxygen, very little of nitrogen, and yeah, about a well, no, not really. Yeah, about a quarter of a tank of volatiles. But that's all done with the, yeah, I hear the clicking. Let me just pause this for a second and see if I can noise gate that clicking out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I can't eliminate the clicking while I'm talking because you can hear sounds to a certain decibel when I'm talking. The noise gate just shuts everything off when I'm not talking. So if I'm talking, you can hear that. If I'm not talking, like now, you can't hear it. Like they're making the same sound. So I was looking online. I may buy a quieter keyboard. They're not real expensive, but sorry about that. Until then, you're going to have some keyboard sound. I apologize. But the background noise should be 100% better. Okay, so things that I did, I set up solar, and solar on the moon is awesome. I've been not used to it, to be honest with you. I have 5 solar panels and 2 flats up on the roof, and I have excessive power. So that's working really well. One of the things I'm going to try during this episodes, I talked in my last training video about set batch name, set batch, and load batch name. And I've been thinking about that, and I'm going to use that a lot in this video. So I'm going to, with the exception of this, because that's my solar, and I would have to work on that, and I already did it. I'm going to use save batch name, load batch name, and save batch as much as I can. And I'm going to see if I can completely avoid or minimize the use of pins, because that's a really limiting factor. So if I can set up, 1 or 2 housings and not use the pins and control most of my base from it, that would be pretty cool. with the limitation of the program size, that's my goal. So, um, like I said, atmospherics, let's go inside, take a look. I got water set up. Basically, I am living independently now. Um, I still haven't figured out how to speed this up. It's something with piping. I may have to add some more piping up there, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, um, anybody has any recommendations? I thought if I added more piping, it would go faster, but that doesn't seem to help. Maybe more vents. Maybe I can add a couple vents. So I got the basic setup in here. I do have potatoes now. I'm eating potatoes. Got my water fountain there. Um, I made these without realizing that, of course, they shipped me 5 of them. So I can add 4 of them here. 2, 3. Better pick this stuff up first. I'm almost out of my original box of cereal before I went to potatoes, but I could finish those. So I can get one more in here. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Following the person who gave me the great advice that if you put the power connector over the greenhouse lamp over the 4th hydroponics bay, you can cover 7. So there's something else I got to cover real quick with this too. Very elementary thing that somebody mentioned in my comments that I never thought of. And it's just so basic. I don't know if it'll work with all the vegetables or all the things you grow. Works fine with potatoes, so we'll get into that. Here's a basic cooking setup. Thirsty. One of the things on my list is to get a soup container hooked up, or soup storage. Now the problem with eating potatoes, when you eat cereal bars, this goes up to 125. When you eat potatoes, it only goes up to 100. So unfortunately, I'll be drinking a little bit more often. Not a big deal. And I do a lot of work outside, so of course I have stinky pants, but not much I'm going to be able to do about that. Okay, so let's go up on the roof. And this is such a simple thing, and I just cannot believe I never thought of it. And I don't know, remember the name of the person that suggested it, but thank you. So all I did was run one flat panel down into my greenhouse light. So when the sun's up, that's plenty of power. I get like 500 watts, a little less than 500 watts from these and all those others. And there's no storms, so I could use basic, save a lot of steel. But that one runs the greenhouse light only when the sun hits it. And what a cool idea. I just never thought of it. No coating for the greenhouse light. It just runs when the sun's up. Pretty cool. So where am I going from here? I guess I got to hook up my interior atmospherics. What if I put some pipes here? Let's try this. I should have left that inside. Put that there. Get it when I come back. Alright, so... And please let me know if my sound is cutting in and out or anything like that. It sounds okay in my ears, and my test videos seem to do okay. I'm just going to run a couple pipes here and see if that makes a difference in here. But as you can see, here comes the sun. So each one very close to 500 watts. And I put a couple of them down, and I was like, ooh, I better go with heavy cables. So I had to rerun, except for the data, heavy cables to all this. I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but I can load it in here. if anybody new is looking, that's my solar code. I also added a trick in here. I put the ice crushers in here. I can blank these out now because I did it. You only have to do it once. But I loaded the ice crushers and I turned the ice crusher setting to 5. And then I cycled through both of my ice crushers. And you would not believe how much faster it goes through the stack of ice that way. Now, the stuff that you crush is at 5 Celsius. So if you're watching your plants, or growing plants, you got to watch that it doesn't get too cold. Now it's been diluted down. So this is at 13. That's a little cold, but it's not hurting anything in there right now. And I set this one. Let's look at the volatiles. There you go, 0. So you have to watch if you're on a planet where you're going to be freezing, having liquid freezing in your pipes, you can raise that instead of 5 to 10 or something like that. So it goes a little higher temperature. But setting 0 so far has worked. I'll have to watch and make sure I don't get things freezing at that temperature, turning to liquid in my gas pipes. That would be bad. Okay, let me turn this off. So where are we going from here? And I'll probably pause it after this because I want to keep it to 45. And I don't want to cover everything I'm doing at this point because it would probably be boring. Oh, I forgot about that. Ah, crap. I made a new tank. I forgot all about this tank. I hid it in the corner and then forgot about it. So I'll have to force empty this with a volume pump, I guess, and put it into my existing tank, but I'll carry it over here. Oops, I'm stuck. There we go. So I don't forget. Dang it. That's 20 iron I wasted, and this is insulated. That's a Mark II, actually. So I can go a lot higher in pressure on that. So I'll probably take the volatiles out of here and pump it into there. You can see full power, and it's only midday, and I got everything running. There's solar on the moon is, I would say a Navy term, but trying to keep this PG rated. It kicks something, let's put it that way. All right, another plan I have. In the past, I've always vented my furnace. Now, this is going to be advanced eventually, but I've always vented my furnace in here, and it always gives me a problem. It overheats on my gas. I'm going to set up some kind of program with a digital valve. I'm going to run this along this wall, cool it with pipe radiant coolers, or the ones that you use in a vacuum, and then have the valve open when the gas gets to 20 Celsius and have it close again if it releases more. See, I'll put a one-way valve here, which will slow my draining down, but that's okay. I'll put a one-way valve and then a digital valve over here, so I won't be cooling this, I'll be cooling what's in the pipe, and then when that warms up above 20, the digital valve will reclose, and then it'll wait until it cools it. So the only thing I'll be getting in here is cooled off gas. So that's on my list to do pretty quickly. Now, of course, corporate's been nagging me, when are you going to start making us some money? So I showed them that picture, and I said, see where you are? See where I am? You'll just have to wait. It's kind of hard to fire me from there. But anyway, they were happy because I'm drinking my own water, eating my own food, so I made them happy by saying all this I'm going to be able to sell. because I actually forgot, and I'm not used to having all these supplies, quite frankly. But um, I put the solid generator in there. I don't really need it. But there's somewhere in here there's a greenhouse light. It's probably over here. And I made one. Yeah, grow light. And there's two connectors, and I made those. I don't have a bottle filler, but I'm going to have to hook that up eventually. I don't know what this is. Insulated canister package water. So that's a tank of water, I guess. I'm going to have to look at that. But it's a package. And I still have my seeds, which I can probably bring in now. I don't have the oven yet, so I can't quite make bread yet, but I'm getting there. And of course I made some utilities and some pipes, and I had it all in here, and I forgot all about it. Like an idiot. But most of my other stuff is pretty much empty. No? Ooh, cables. Ooh. Oh wow, 7. Okay. Portable generator I didn't use. There is a power connector fuel canister which I could use. So I'll grab that also. Network analyzer. If I had an empty hand, I would grab that. I'll have to get that later. So at this point, oops. I hope the keyboard noise isn't too loud. Just let me know. I can hear it. Only when I'm talking, though. It's not too bad. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to hook this up the way I wanted to. And then, to keep corporate off my back, I'm going to set my landing platform here. I'm probably going to have to make a ton of steel. I'll be honest with you. Eventually I'm going to have to set up deep miners too. But I've about farmed out all the iron around my base. I have to go pretty far out of the way to get iron. What is this? Does it go inside? Yeah, for now. So let's throw that there. Let's throw that. Should go inside. Let's drop that. Drop that. Okay. I did make the GPS card. That comes in really handy for mining, although on the moon you can see a lot of shimmering from your, hard to explain. Even at night, the corners of your base kind of give away its location from a pretty far distance. I haven't done the moon in ages because it's the easy planet, and it's actually kind of fun and relaxing to play. You know, when you get going down now, but when you get 500 watts per solar panel on a basic solar panel that you don't have to worry about repairing, that's just awesome. I could probably add 2 more batteries here. You know, I just don't need it right now. I did make a bunch of steel. I'm going to have to make a bunch more to make my landing pad. But that's where I'm at. So that was about 25 minutes. So first thing I'm going to do is set this up, because I have been using this. I can turn that off. Now that I got iron, I might as well keep doing it. Because I got plenty of power. I'm used to not using this because I don't have the power. But here you have power coming out of your ears. So it's not a big deal. But I didn't want to waste any more of this gas. I wanted to start my cooling project. And so I need a source of nitrogen. I didn't really know this, but when you melt, I guess I did, but I didn't know how much. When you melt ice water, you get a ton of nitrogen out of it. And I put 1 block in here, and then I said, well, I wonder how much I got left. And it was like 18 megapascals of nitrogen. I'm like, oh my God, I'm waiting for it to blow up. So I had to throw a pipe in well, just a cow. That's all you need. It's kind of neat. You can hook a cow right up to the ice crusher. But, okay, so I'm going to pause it, and then I'll be back maybe when this is done, and we'll see how it goes from there. This just typical. Look at that. 18. Oh, I needed 18 and 1.5. I missed it by 2.2 megapascals. And now, of course, if I drop another oxide in here, it's going to go over pressure and over temperature. Not cooled off, so I might need, yep, I need another volatile. That's going to really make it go over pressure, probably. I got to, oh, maybe. Oh, come on. 1.5. Iron and nickel. 18 to 20. I can only be at 1.5. Go down. There we go. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Alright, so I got my end bar. I needed that for digital valves. We got 100 end bar. Digital valve. There we go. So I can make 2 of those now. Put one, I can reconnect this pipe. Where did I put it? Oh, I have a shut off, but I won't need that. Yeah, I better put a shut off there. Just to bypass the digital. Oh, not that. That. And there's one. And there's 2. Turn that off. Okay, so I got a digital valve. Can I put that? I can. Okay. That's the wrong way. Or does it matter? Shouldn't matter. Goes both ways. Okay, so we'll select that. What to see? Alright, I gotta find a place to put this over here. So I may need to move one of those. Wrench, I think. Okay, now put that up here, take that off, put that there, and put that here, and I got power right there.
Power low.
Come on. There we go. I'm saying it's the wrong way, but I don't think that matters. Because I think it just opens and closes, so let's see, we'll find out. Alright, so put that there. Guess I gotta run it over. Okay, so now I gotta write the programming, because this is hot as heck. Matter of fact, let's not mess this up. Copper, let's open that, so I don't mix things. I only have a little bit. There's a copper. And there's a little bit of iron. I don't have anything else. Close those so I don't accidentally. Okay, so let me write the program. See if I can get this to turn this one on. It's okay. I can, if I'm making something, I can leave that shut. When I'm done making it, I can open it and let the program turn this off and on to fill this, and then have this one turn on when it's cool enough so I can filter. One thing I do have to do, I have one pipe. That might be all I need. So, oh, I don't need any. Although, you learn the hard way. Yeah, I should put those in. Let's go back over here. Throw those into here. That's what I've been using mostly lately. You cannot put a cowl on a frame, in case you didn't know that. It will not empty. So let's put that. Actually, where's the exhaust? Unfiltered. So this is, only thing that should be coming out of here is pollutants. So let's do it this way. Let's aim this up, because this is the remnants of everything that's gone through the filters. And just put a cowl on there. So unfiltered. Yeah. So everything will have gone through the filters. The stuff that is unfiltered will come out and vent. So that'll keep pollutants out of my pipe, which is the first thing that's going to freeze and go crazy. So, okay, let me write the program. I think I'm going to put one housing here and see how many things I can program with one housing without pins, because I can define digital valves and then set batch. I could just do set batch name digital valves. We'll experiment with this, and then load batch name to get the single valve. So I'll make this the input valve by name. It'll still be a digital valve, but I'll name it the input valve. I'll name that one the output valve. So then when I end my program, when I want to say open this one, I'll load batch name or set batch name. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know when you would use load batch name, but I could use set batch name input valve. I would have to do um, digital valve first, input valve on. So that sounds confusing, but, and then when the temperature, oh, I need a sensor over here for the temperature. We can put that right there, or even right there. So one more quick thing. Analyzer, valve analyzer. Oh, electrum. I got electrum somewhere. There we go. Oh, good. That'll keep my roly-poly valves from going over the edge. An added benefit to having pipes there. All right. So let's make that. Now I'm wondering, do I have to load or set batch name? I don't know how I would do this. So I'm going to have probably eventually more than one of these. Why don't I just put it right here? It's good enough. I have trouble with these three-dimensional things. I'm an old guy. There we go. I got a couple. Oop. Don't need a couple. So I can just turn this on. There's nothing in it, which is fine. Okay, so let me set up this program. See if I can get this to work where this turns on until, I don't know, a certain pressure, maybe 2 megapascals or something, and then have it cool it, and turn that off, have it cool it until it gets to 20 C on this temperature, and then open this and have it reopen when the pressure equals 0. When the pressure in here is 0, I'll have it reclose this one and open this one, and then we'll start the whole process over again. Okay, let me see if I can get that to work. I'll be back. Okay, so this is an interesting coding effort. I actually figured out a use for LBN, so you can use that. So what do I got here? I did no pins, and that's my goal for this. I want to keep pins empty. So I define the digital valves, and I define the pipe analyzer. So basically, that pipe analyzer and those 2 digital valves. Now I only semi-tested this. Let me turn that off. I say semi because I still got the valve to this closed with 5 megapascals in there. But, so what I had to do, and this is going to be my main loop, so I just did the check exhaust. So check exhaust, I loaded the batch name, pipe analyzer, furnace exhaust analyzer, temperature. So if I have any more pipe analyzers, I'm specifically requesting the information from this furnace exhaust analyzer, and I'm loading the temperature, and this just says I could use 0R1, and if I click on that, you can see 0 is the sum, which adds them together. 1 is the minimum, 1 is, I'm sorry, 0 is average, 1 is the sum. So I'm just using the total of that, which is the reading that it's going to be. So I did that, and then I did LBN the same thing and loaded the pressure the same way. I set the temperature to R0 and the pressure to R1, and then I came down here, and I hate that being in the way, but I came down here. If it's the pressure is greater than 2 megapascals, just a random number I picked, I could change that later. Then I said close exhaust in, otherwise set the hash exhaust in, again that's SBN, to 1. So greater than 2000, close it, less than 2000, open it, and then I have it jump to check temperature. Now 293 is around 20 Celsius. So if it's less than 293, open exhaust out. So you open the valve, otherwise close the valve, and in both cases after you do that, jump back to start. So that should work, and it's kind of neat that I was able to figure out a use for LBN. Right now I only have one pipe analyzer, but in the future I'm sure I'm going to have more. And again, no pins, so kind of interesting. All right, let me read. I think I already did, but so now I got that closed. So the pressure is less than 2, so that's on, 2 megapascals. And there is a nil temperature in the pipe. Since there's a nil temperature, it doesn't read it as a temperature, so that's closed. So let's open this and see if I can create havoc. So we'll open that. Now the pressure's going up. This should be closed. It's not. Why? What's the temperature in here? It can't be less than 20 Celsius. It's not. That is an error. That should be closed. Okay, so let me close that and find out what I did wrong here. If it's less than 293, open. Well, that's wrong. No, so less than 293, open exterior out. Otherwise, digital valve exhaust out on 0. It should shut it off. Break less than 293. Temperature is R0? Yeah. Huh. Okay, now I gotta figure out why it did that. It exhausted everything. Why did it do that? Is it all in here? Yeah, so put it on. Oh, it is 20 Celsius. Okay, maybe it cooled it that fast. I should have checked it up here. Okay, so maybe it did work. Wow, I didn't expect it to cool it that fast. So let's open that back up and check. Maybe it cools it that fast. It's not. Why is that open if it's not 20 in here? It's 53. Okay, so there is an error going on there. Oh, I blew a pipe. Why did I blow a pipe? Interesting. Why did that happen? That's the problem with being in a vacuum. I wonder if I had some Well, I will have pollutants in there. I know what I need to do. That's got to be it. I had some pollutants in there. Yeah, mine, look at that. Go down. Whee! That's what it is. CO2's even freezing. Okay. Can I manually open that? No. I may have to adjust my settings here. Did I blow the pipe here too somewhere? No. Let's turn these on. I have to watch my oxygen. I don't have the pressure regulators in here yet. Okay. I do have some frozen CO2 in there, but there's no stress. Maybe I should turn them on first. I might have too many cooling vents there. Okay, so that's fixed. I probably don't have any. Well, I do have pressure in there yet. Okay. So first things first. How much pollutants do I have in here? That had to be what liquefied. Oh, I got liquid nitrogen in there too. No, I got hardly anything in there. Why is this open on the other end? Let me recheck this. All right, I've got something goofy here. Let me pause it and I'll see if I can figure this out. I'll do some checking here. I'll be right back. Okay, that didn't take long. I got this reversed. That should be R0 293, not 293 R0. That was dumb. Okay. At least it was fixable. Now, let's manually turn that off. Manually, what do I got in here? None. That's because I closed the valve. Okay. That's a good safety check. Okay, so this is open now because that's working now. Okay, so if I open this again, it's above 20. There we go. Okay, so now once this reaches 2 megapascals, if I can get them both in there, that valve should close. If I reach 2, I don't know. The temperature's still above 293. There we go. 2 megapascals and it closes. Good. So now let's come over here. And I can't really see it. Oh, there it opened and closed. So it looks like it's working. Cool. So that'll get below 20 and it'll pop back open. And the pressure should go back down when that happens. 21. Watch the pressure. Yep, there we go. And now it's shut again. Hey, it's working. Oh, waste tank caution. Oh, look at all the warning lights I have. Jeez. You get involved with programming, you forget about everything else. The waste tank I'll dump inside. I'm not worried. So there we go. I found a way. Now, once this gets, it should completely evacuate everything. This should open completely, drain everything out of here. It's got quite a bit, well, 2 megapascals. Why is it so slow? No, it is. It's coming out pretty quick. It's just staying cool because of the cooling I have over there. Oh, there it closed. But it is working. Once I fix this stupid typo. And it's not going to freeze because if it's below 20 Celsius, this is going to remain open until everything is sucked out of here. And speaking of which, I gotta watch my, oh, we're okay. And see, this is empty. Oh, there, it just opened again. So all the pollutants should be just venting out. It looks like it is. Everything else, it's empty again. There we go. That's kind of cool. So now I can release my furnace gases and it'll automatically cool it before it puts it into my tanks. So there we go. That's cool. Ooh. Now my question is, I want to make sure, get pretty low.
Hydration critical.
Well, because I'm eating potatoes. And this seems to be a little bit faster. Maybe I have to add a few more pipes. It does seem better. I don't know. I'll keep playing with that. Take this off, and I programmed for quite a while trying to figure that out. I'm thirsty. I should have a potato. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oops. Didn't I take my helmet off? I did. I did. Why is it not letting me eat? Oh, there it goes. That was strange. Okay, I still got it. So I'm full and I got 3% left. That's alright. And again, I'm unhappy. But
Waste tank caution.
yeah, let's dump that while I'm here. 1, 3. I'm at 78. This might be the last time I dump this in here. Although it doesn't really. It goes up and it comes right. It only goes up by 3 kilopascals every time. So not that big of a deal. Get back in. Okay. So I like this thing, and again, I didn't define a single pin, and this, I kind of like this method. Now I could clean this up. I will leave a space there because I'm sure I'm going to be defining more. And I should leave a space. Ooh, what if I changed it? You idiot. Okay, return. And then I can get rid of these because this is this loop in completion. So I can move this check exhaust from there. There. So that's the whole check exhaust routine. So if I want to add a routine, I'll just put it in here and put it here. That way I can see what I'm doing. So let's confirm that. Export it. Okay. So that seems to be working. I think that might be enough for today's episode. Now, what am I at here? I'm almost out. Nothing's freezing. Nothing's breaking. It broke because I had this backwards. And you can see it clicking on and off. So that's good. Is the temperature varying that much? Yeah, it sure is. Cool. No pun intended. Now, I don't know. I may have to watch this. I may break pipes if I could put I think it's a pressure valve or a passive liquid drain. That's it. I could put a passive liquid drain on here just to make sure if any liquids form in here, they'll go out into the atmosphere. That's probably a good safety idea. They got a whopping 778 kilopascals of nitrogen. But it's good to save this gas from the furnace here because there's nothing out here. So you got to get it from somewhere. You can get it from ice or you can get it from your furnace. It's always good to get it from your furnace. You might as well. So it looks like I'm almost empty. I want to see what happens when this empties completely. I'm going to make sure I don't get anything nasty in here. Looks like it cools a little slower with less pressure. I'm almost empty. I think I'm going to be fine, even if I do get some liquid in here at this point. Doesn't look like I will. Because like I said, as soon as it gets to 20 Celsius, this opens and drains everything out of there into my atmospherics. And that is all usable gas right there. Not much of it, but it's usable. Okay, that was kind of fun. I like these commands. That's kind of interesting. It makes for some long lines and a lot of copying and pasting. Basically, like exhaust in. I just went over here. Um, this is exhaust out, but you'll get the idea. I just went in here and it already highlights it. I just hit Control C, and then I went back over here and pasted it into the program, and you're good. You're good to go. Okay. Couple last minute thoughts. Tell me what you think of that. I think that's pretty cool. Cooling down my exhaust and opening and closing valves automatically. This is staying cool now. Pulling everything immediately out. I like that setup. Also, tell me how my sound is. I think it's better. If something is still annoying somebody, please let me know. And thank you to the individual that mentioned the keypad. I kind of knew I could hear the keypad. I could still hear it a little when I'm talking because the gate is open. You can hear it there. But if I stop talking, it's not really there once I stop talking. I may be able to adjust some things with that, but I think I probably will get a quieter keyboard. This is, if I slide my fingers just across the keys, it's pretty clunky, but we'll get that fixed. 7 kPa. Six. I'll be here for everybody. Well, this is under 293. So this should be draining in here and going right out now. Yeah. There's not much left in there anymore. But that's a pretty cool setup, pretty cool program. I like that, not using pins, because I may use all the lines. This is when I notice the name, I called it main program housing. I'll put as much in here as I can to control everything outside. Technically, I only have the daylight sensor here, so I can get rid of this one, put my solar in here, and just define the daylight sensor using that same method. And I still wouldn't have any pins. I think that's only, I have, well, the ice crushers I only use to set the temperature. I'm not even using that anymore. Okay, this is Navy Old Salt Gamer. Like and subscribe. Tell me how my sound is, please. I don't want people in my comments arguing about my sound. Yeah, remember guys, this is supposed to be fun. Ooh, that's pretty cold. Minus 20. I don't think anything's going to be, I might have to put a liquid drain on there. It'd probably be smart. It's such a low amount, even if it did, I mean, what have we got? Half a mole. Yeah, there's nothing in there. That's not going to be a problem. It's just the remnants of whatever's left in here. Yeah. Okay. Again, talk to you later. Hope everything worked out better this time. You have a good day.